Hi everyone, it's Kelly, and I've recently been doing a lot of traveling, so I haven't been able to move my body as much as I've wanted, and all of the sitting has left my hips feeling very tight and uncomfortable. So today I have a practice to help open the hips and open the heart. If you want to practice with me, roll out your mat. Let's get started. We'll begin in a comfortable seat. So find your way to your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Relax through the shoulders. Palms can rest on the thighs. And close down your eyes if it's comfortable. We'll take a few moments right here to center, to turn inward towards ourself, towards our body and what we're feeling in this moment. Letting go of the distractions around us and the outside world. And just using this practice to fully immerse yourself in the present moment. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly. Exhale through the nose. Blink the eyes open. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, take a twist over to the right. Gentle twist here. I've got some friends joining us today again. Let the gaze follow the right shoulder. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, twist over to the left. Hey, bud. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, plant the hands in front of you. Walk the hands forward. Hinge at the hips, fold forward. Feel into the hips. Notice how they're feeling, if they're tight. Just observing without judgment. Inhale, come back forward. Switch out the cross of the legs, so whichever one was on the bottom, put it on top. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, once again, twist it over to the right. Inhale, fully expand the belly, the side body, and the back. Exhale, draw the belly button a little closer to the spine and maybe twist a little deeper. Inhale, arms come high. Take it over to the left, other side. Inhale, fully expanding the belly, the ribs. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, arms come high. Plant them in front of you, fold it forward. Feel into your left hip. I know for me, I did a lot of sitting this week. I was traveling for work. So lots of sitting, so my hips need some love today. So I hope yours do too. Let's find our way to a tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here, but first really press the mat away. Press into the fingertips and the knuckle mounds. Ground down, feel rooted into the mat, into the earth. Inhale, belly comes low. Chest and gaze lifts. Draw the chest through the shoulders. Exhale, round the spine, arch the back, angry cat pose. Inhale, forward cow. You can close the eyes here, bend the elbows, take any movements that would really feel good and that would serve you in this moment. It's all about how you're feeling moment by moment. And day to day that can look different, and that's okay. After your next cat pose, find your way back to a neutral spine. From here, walk down onto the forearms. Hips stay stacked over the knees if you can, tendencies to come forward. And keep walking the arms out. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat or the chin. Maybe one day the chest melts further to the mat. Opening the upper back here. Good. Come back to the forearms, walk back on to the palms. Shift the hips back, child's pose, just for a moment. Soften through the shoulders. Notice as you inhale, the belly presses into the thighs. And we'll use that belly to thigh compression today as we deepen in our folds. So notice how you inhale, presses into the thighs, and as you exhale, maybe you melt a little closer. Relaxing through the hips. Inhale forward, tabletop. Tuck the toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Paddle out your dog here. Find some movement. Stretching out the calves. You can bend one knee, bend the other. You can shift the hips a little side to side. And then find some stillness in your downward facing dog. You can keep a little bend in the knees here. Press the mat away. So shrug the shoulders. The ears are around where the biceps are if you nod your head side to side. Good. And then come up high on the tippy toes. Keep the knees a little bent. Gaze is forward, tippy toe all the way up. Feet are hip distance, find a forward fold. Let the belly meet the thighs here. Melting down as you exhale. Perhaps you take opposite elbows. Sway side to side. Release the grip if you have it on the elbows. Slowly start to straighten the legs as the belly leaves the thighs. Imagine you're holding weights on your arms and slowly come all the way up. So let the arms be heavy. Round all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come up and back down when you arrive. Mountain pose, feet come together. Big toes touch, heels are a little open. Palms spread out. Tuck the tail just slightly under. Engage through the thighs. So much maybe the kneecaps lift up, just a little. Breathe. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, fold forward all the way down, arms brush down by the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, palms come to the shins, shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round up, arms come high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, forward fold all the way down, belly comes to the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten through the legs, straighten the back, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Arms come high, maybe a gentle back bend at the top. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Step the right foot way back, high yoga lunge. Inhale, heart shines forward. You're on the ball of the right foot. Breathe here. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale forward to a high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes when you arrive. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Shoulders draw back, elbows draw towards each other. Inhale, halfway lift. Little lift here, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra once again. Exhale, release. Take the hands, tent the fingertips like there are cupcakes underneath. Elbows point towards the ceiling. Inhale, press through the fingertips. Maybe you lift a little higher. Shoulders are still away from the ears. Press the feet down. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, lift again. Stay lifted. Dip the right shoulder down, gaze over the right elbow. Or left shoulder, I think I said right. I meant left. Inhale up. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down. There we go. Gaze over the left. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, down. Hands come under the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Pass through your tabletop. Downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, right leg lifts behind you. Exhale, crunch the right knee towards the nose. Step it forward. You're in a lunge. Inhale, halfway lift. Plug the shoulder blades back. Exhale, step it up. Forward fold. Keep the feet hip distance here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, leading with the heart, but let the belly meet the thighs if it can. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift once again. Exhale, fold, belly comes down first. Inhale, rise all the way up. Keep the spacing of the feet. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms rise, gentle back bend. Send the hips forward. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the right hand underneath the face. Inhale, the left arm comes high. Bend the right knee. You're welcome to take the half bind here. So rotate the arm, reach behind. Maybe the palm can find your right thigh there. Keep rotating open in this twist. And breathe. And then extend the arm once again. Bring the left hand down, switch it out. Bend the left knee, left hand plants. Inhale, right arm lifts up. Gaze can follow the right arm here. You may feel this on the outside of your right IT band. And if you want to take the half bind, internally rotate the arm, thumb points down. Bring it around the lower back. And then reach for your hip crease. And then open up, stack the shoulders once again. Breathe. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Reach the arm high. Hand comes down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift with bent knees. Step the left foot way back. There we go. Inhale, we're going to rise up. Crescent lunge. Keep a little bend in the back knee. And we're going to dip the back knee down, cactus the arms, gaze high. Inhale to straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten, look up. Exhale to bend. Ooh. One more, inhale, straighten. Nice, on this exhale, we're going to slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Good, untuck the back foot when you get there. Low lunge, let the hips sink forward and down. Arms come high. Maybe you start to shine the heart towards the ceiling, finding a gentle back bend. Good. Recover from your back bend. If you took one, grab a hold of the left wrist and take your tilt over to the right. Nice side bend. Recovering back to center. Arms come out in a T. Take an open arm twist to the right. And then allow the left hand to come down, right arm lifts. Twisted lunge here. Good. Windmill the hand back down, straighten through the front leg. Runner stretch. Right hip comes back in the hip socket. And then release, find your fold. Walk it forward, plant the hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Inhale, come forward to a high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down, untuck the toes. Come onto the forearms. Elbows are under the shoulders, or maybe slightly more forward. Setting up for our Sphinx pose. Draw the chest through. Imagine you're pulling the elbows towards the hip pointers. Neutral neck here. And exhale, release. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Slight bend in the back knee. Good. Cactus the arms, bend the back knee, dip it down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten, challenging our balance. Exhale to bend, heart lifts. Inhale, straighten on this next one. We're gonna slowly lower the back knee all the way down. Yes, when you arrive, untuck the toes. Adjust the front foot if you need to. Let the hips sink forward and down. So we're in front of the back kneecap. So we don't wanna be right on the kneecap. Inhale, arms come high. Breathe. Engage the right glute. Start to take a back bend if it would feel good. And then recover, grab onto the right wrist. Take your side bend to the left. Inhale, back up. Arms come in a T. Take your twist over to the left, wide arm twist. And then let the right hand plant, open up, twisted lunge. Stack the shoulders. Breathe. Windmill the left arm down. Start to straighten through the front leg. Runner stretch. Feels good. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a little length, and then exhale. Mold forward. This will look different for everyone. Maybe your knee is not straightened all the way. That's okay. Inhale, walk it forward. Plant the hands, step it back. Downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right knee, cross it over, left elbow. Spin onto the side of the sole of the left foot. Extend the right leg straight out, fallen triangle. Left arm is high. Good. Windmill it back down. Right leg lifts. Three-legged dog. Come forward, high plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the tops of the feet and the hands into the mat. Exhale, lift the hips. Press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Crunch. Inhale, rise. Cross it over. Spin the left foot down. Fallen triangle. Left leg is straight. Breathe. And windmill, three-legged dog, left leg is high. Good. Plant the foot, plank pose. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the knees down, take a little rest in your child's pose. Coming back to the moment, back to the present. Breathe. From your child's pose, tuck the toes under. Find your way to your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Good. From here, interlace the hands behind the lower back. Stay on the ball of the left foot. Straighten the arms, shine the heart. And then we'll dive it down, humble warrior. Let the arms lift off the lower back if they'd like. Good, and then come all the way up. Extend the arms up, and then we'll open up warrior two. Check your spacing. Feet are hip or heel to arch alignment. Arms are in a T. Breathe. Flip the front palm, reach a little forward, take it back. Reverse your warrior. Good, and then passing through warrior two, side angle pose. You can leave the right arm on the thigh, or if it would feel good and you have the space available, the hands can tent on the ground. Good, wherever you are, maybe you take the half bind. If you're feeling very open, you can take the full bind. Right arm comes underneath. And clasp the fingers in your Ganesh Mudra. Open up your shoulders, stack the shoulders. Good. Release the hand, straighten through the front leg, triangle pose. So you might have to lift the upper body slightly. Good, and come back up. Warrior two, cartwheel the hands down to the inside of the front foot. Heel toe the foot out to the right. Lower the back knee, shin, and foot down. Hips sink down. Gentle rock side to side. Stretching through the psoas, the hip flexor. You can stay high or you can walk it down to the forearms. Just try to keep the knee in towards the shoulder. It's going to want to go to the right. But being okay with where your body is today. Check in with your thoughts. Where are they? Have you already started thinking about what you're doing next? Come back to the breath, to this moment. And let's walk it back up on the palms if you left. Tuck the back toes, step it back, downward facing dog. Let's take a flow. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga, or all the way. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good, breathe here, a couple breaths in. Inhale, left leg rises. Crunch the left knee in. Step it forward for your lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Breathe. Interlace the hands behind the lower back. Interlace them the opposite way if you remember from what you did before. Straighten the arms. Gaze is high. Dive it down. Humble warrior. Left shoulder comes to the inside of the left knee. Keep the shoulders square to the mat. Imagine the gaze is coming forward. Good. Rise all the way up. Arms are high. Open up, warrior two. Whoop. Find your feet. Find your spacing. Arms come out in a T. Breathe. Flip the front palm, reach a little forward, take it back. Reverse your warrior. Nice. Now forearm comes to the thigh, open up. Stay here. Or if you'd like, and you have the space available, left hand can come to the floor, or a block if you have one. Option to take the half bind, reaching around the lower back, or the full bind if your hand was on the floor. And then open up, stack the shoulders. Good, release. Straighten through the front leg. Hand can stay on the floor or the shin. We just want to be stacked here. So right arm is stacked over the left. If you're rounding forward, come up a little higher. Good. Breathe. Come back forward. Straighten through the front leg. Altering just a little bit here. Spin the toes to face the long edge of your mat. Hands come to the hips. Draw the elbows towards each other and begin to hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Hands come to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Oh yes, gonna get into the hips, which is so nice after sitting so much. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the right knee, straighten the left. Maybe the toes come towards the ceiling. Maybe you are lifted on the ball of your right foot. If you can plant the right heel, plant it. But for me, sometimes, depending on how open I am in the moment, it's more comfortable to be on the ball of my foot. And then we'll crawl the hands over, straighten the right, bend the left leg. Yeah, and see this side, for me, it's easier to keep my foot planted. So right toes point towards the ceiling, hands can come to heart center, or you can keep them on the floor. And we'll just crawl it back to the right side. Do this one more time. Ooh, there it goes, foot's up. It's all about doing what your body needs without forcing anything. Let's go over to the left. And without judgment. Good, come back to center, plant both feet, forward fold. And we'll walk the hands through. See if you can drag the body a little more between the legs. Maybe your head can touch the floor. Woo! I'm not quite there. Not today. Let's come back forward, halfway lift. Crawl the hands over to the left, setting up for a lizard lunge. Spin the left foot and the right foot, and lower the back knee, shin, and foot down. Make space for the shoulders here. Let's take our gentle wiggles, side to side. And then if it feels good, and you have the space, you can come onto the forearms. Oh, yes. Send your breath into your left hip, wherever you're feeling the sensation. That's where I'm feeling the sensation. Awesome. Hands come up. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's shorten our downward facing dog so the feet plant. Press down into the right hand, the right fingertips and knuckles. Release your left hand. Find the outside of your left calf or thigh, somewhere on, the right calf or thigh, somewhere there. And we'll open up, rotate to the right, finding a twist here in your down dog. Remember to breathe. Good, unwind, switch it out, left hand plants. Really root down into the fingertips and the knuckles. Get light in the right hand. Let the right hand find the outside of the left calf this time. And then rotate the chest towards the left. But try to keep the hips square. So you might have to tack the right hip back. Good. Release. Awesome. Knees come to the mat. Sit back onto the heels. Adjust your hair if you need to. And we'll find our way into a cow face pose. So rock off to one hip. Good. I'll face you guys for this. Left knee is on the ground here. Cross the right knee over the left. And you want to try to get the knees stacked as much as possible here. And sit up nice and tall. Maybe you feel it and this is enough for you, and that is totally fine. And just close the eyes for a moment. Let the hips melt down. If you need a little more stretch, begin to walk the hands out. Fold forward. Belly to the thighs. Walk it forward once again. Left hand comes to the right thigh. Sweep the right arm back. Take a little twist here. Good. Unwind. From here, we'll come into our fire log pose. So keep the left leg on the bottom and just stack the right leg on top. Right ankle over the left knee. And you might be here, your leg might be way up high, and that's totally fine. You can stay here. You can bring this foot in a little bit if it's uncomfortable. You can put a blanket underneath. You can gently press onto the thigh. Or sometimes if you hinge a little forward, you'll find a little more space. So fold forward. Always moving deeper on the exhale. Inhale up. Good. Let's switch out the cross of the legs. The right leg is on the bottom. Finding your cow face pose first. Cow face legs. Left knee stacks over right. Good. And sit up nice and tall. Moving on as it feels good to you. Hands hinging in the hips. I know for me, my left side is always a little tighter. Just observe without judgment. If this is uncomfortable, as long as it's not painful, I encourage you to just allow the body to relax and soften and surrender into the pose. Because those are often the ones we need the most. Let's come up. Take a gentle twist over to the left. And then we'll find our fire log pose. Stack the left leg over the right. Flex through the feet. Maybe this is enough. Or you slowly start to hinge forward. Taking your time. Good. Inhale, walk it up. Awesome. Face the long edge of your mat. If you're not, find your staff pose. Nice. Toes draw back towards the shins. Engage through the quads. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold forward. Good. Inhale all the way up. This time we'll find our butterfly pose here. Soles of the feet come together, let the knees come out wide. Sit up nice and tall. You can grab onto your shins and draw the chest through. And stay here or begin to hinge at the hips. Maybe the knees find the thighs and help press open. Maybe you find the feet and press onto the shins with the elbows, wherever you are. Try to keep a nice flat back here. Good. Come on up. One last seated posture. Extend the legs out into a straddle. Good, wherever you are. Just find a place you can sit up nice and tall. If you're rocking backwards, keep your hands there, or you find a blanket and sit on a blanket. It can really help. We want to work with a nice flat back here. We'll be here a few breaths, so take your time. Don't go to your edge right away. Just find the place where your body initially says, okay, that's enough. And take a few breaths. And eventually your body may allow you to go a little bit further. So walk the hands out. Always going deeper on the exhale. This is one of those poses that has always been a challenge. I know when I started, I could not sit up straight at all. But through the years of doing this pose, my body's made changes. And I'm not at the floor, and I'm okay with that. Because I know I've come a long way, and I'm very appreciative of my body for allowing me to do it, and then appreciative to myself for actually showing up and putting in the work. So observe that about yourself. Be more mindful. Good, let's come up. Use the hands to help bring the legs in. Give yourself a little shake. Good, and then we'll recline all the way onto the back. Relax down. Take a nice full body stretch. Yes. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. Good. Sole of the right foot plants. Cross the left leg all the way over the right. Scooch the hips a little to the left and then allow the legs to fall to the right. Rock onto the right hip pointer, or the hip bone, not the hip pointer. Find your spinal twist. Left shoulder guides open. I like to close my eyes here. Unwind the legs. Come back up to center. Take your time. For me, I have to take a little bit to get there. I don't want to hurt myself. Let's cross the right leg over the left. Hips are over towards the right just a little. And let the knees fall over to the left. You're on the left hip. Right shoulder melts down. Just allow yourself to be where you are. Unwind the legs, come back up to center. Knees draw towards the chest just for a moment. Find your happy baby. Separate the knees wide. Grab onto the outside edges of the feet. Pull down on the feet as you press the feet into the hands. Maybe gentle rocks here. Good. Extend the legs straight up to the ceiling. Palms are by the hips, and slowly lower the legs down to the mat, separating the legs when the lower back starts to lift. And find your final resting place, your Shavasana. And close your eyes. Maybe you rock the shoulder blades under to lift the heart slightly. And allow yourself to just be. Send all your focus to your breath. Start to breathe a little deeper. Awaken the body slowly, rocking out the wrists. You can roll them out, the ankles. Take a nice full body stretch and find your way to a ball. You can rock off to one side. You can rock all the way up. It was an honor to guide you through your practice today. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Namaste.